Hey guys, welcome back to Vinceville Custom. So today I'm sharing with you number 2 of this Venom kit that was produced by Joe DeCudo and sculpted by Sheridan Deuce. It's a very old kit. I wouldn't say that old, a couple years old. This is the second one I've done. Did one a few years back. It's a really beast of a kit. I did a kit review on it too a while back. At least I think I did. If I didn't, basically, you have the upper body. You have the arms that attach in underneath these here. You have the legs that go in, and then you have the base and the head. The tongue is split, and then that's pretty much it. A couple of the fingers are cut too, but once you get through the hump of putting it together, it's a really beast of a kit. So you can pretty much see with my hand underneath here. I mean, like the head alone is huge. The hands are like the hands of a small child. But like I said, this time around, what they did is they actually filled it with foam. I know when I did this one back in the day it was hollow, but now they're filling it with foam. But it's a really big kit. I mean, if you're a Venom fan though and you got the room, it's definitely like it's one to get your hands on and put together if you wanted to do it. But that being said, we'll kind of go over everything what I did. The client wanted me to give it that pearlized like look when you look in different lights, and the glossy look like I did with the original one. So just kind of ran with it. I also did a Spider-Man head as well. It's kind of found this head, the skull on eBay, and then I sculpted out the cloth on it, and I did the eye, and I just painted it up and made it look really dirty and worn like it's been beat up. So this actually fits in his hand pretty well, as you can see. If you don't want to put it in the hand, you can put it on the base. But we'll get a little bit closer. I'll explain some of the paints, how I did the Drool, and we'll go from there. So, as you can see in some of the lighting, when you turn him, he's got that glossiness look, and you can kind of see blues and pearls, kind of popping out. Because when you see Venom in the comic books, he's got that, especially from McFarlane area, he's black with that like highlighted blue, so we're kind of following that type of look for him, and it just worked out pretty cool. So what I did is, first things first is when I put them all together and I primed them up, I did the white first. So the white is all pure white, and then what I did is I did some interference blues and purples into it. You may not be able to see it in the camera, it may not be showing up, but in person, if you look on it, you'll be able to see a lot of that glowing look to those areas. So that worked out pretty cool. And then what I did is I masked off all the white. Then once you mask off all the white, what I did is I did a gloss black from Duplicolor all over the statue, give it a really nice black coating. Because bigger statues like these, I like to use car paints only because you have to handle these a lot more. So it's better to have more of a durable paint. So I kind of want to go the car paint route. So it's all gloss black. Then once I did the gloss black, I went in with the interference blues and purples and pearlized blues. So like I said, you kind of see it popping in him, and he kind of looks oily and slimy, and that's kind of what we wanted to go with, and that's what the client wanted too, because he saw the way I did the first one, and he kind of wanted me to kind of copy it. So once I got all that done, like I said, the tongue is chopped off inside, so I attached of course I did the mouth too and everything. The mouth was right after I did all the white, I did the mouth too. So I did all this teeth and everything. I made it look all old and worn. I gave his mouth kind of like a glossiness like red, ran with that. So once all that's pretty much done, ready to go, we did the Drool. Now, this Drool is a little bit different from the previous one I did, because now I know about this clear epoxy stuff that I can use from BSI. So what I do is I glued a piece of fishing string here to there, and a fishing string to there, one over here, and then I did fishing string over here and all that stuff. So once the fishing string's kind of glue in there, we're just like a dab of glue, you mix up the BSI glue with a Tamiya clear green. And that's how I got this really cool looking green look. And then what you do is you mix it together and you drivel it on, you let it kind of flow to where it wants. This stuff cures in like 5 minutes, so you got to run fast. But the thing is, you can't mix up a lot and think it's all going to work in one shot. You got to keep mixing it up and keep making new batches of it. So I think I made like 7 to 10 cups, a little bit of a drop here and drop there, mix it up, and then drool it, let it drop, and then mix more, let that cure. So it's pretty, I mean, you can still break it, but it's pretty durable now because it's like that clear epoxy. And I think it worked out pretty cool. You get that really cool Drool that's kind of like stretching. He didn't want to go too crazy with Drool. He wanted to keep it just kind of like what I did with my first one, so that's kind of what we went with. If I was a Venom character and it was kind of up to me, I would love to go with like crazy amounts of Drool. Like sometimes, people draw like Drools all over the place, but this is what we ran with on this one. So it's a really cool statue. It's the only things is because he's so big, you can't really, and the way he's kind of kitted like into pieces, you can't really magnetize all the pieces unless you want to sit there and make perfect seams, but even then it's kind of risky. So you just have to be very careful with this statue with the fingers and the tongue and teeth. Other than that, he's pretty durable, you know, not bad. So I'm going to try to pick him up and show you what I did with the bottom of the base, because he's so big, I figure if you're going to put him on a flat surface, you got to kind of, you know, you instead of putting just like what was it, rubber feet, I did like a felt pad stuff, but I kind of did a flat one. So let me kind of turn him over so you guys can see. Alright, so you can kind of see what I did at the bottom. It's cut in half, but there's 2 foam pads you could get at like the hobby store. And then what I did is it's all foam pad at the bottom of it with my signature and sticker. So at least now if you put them on a shelf or something, nothing's going to scrape the bottom of your shelf or table or wherever you're going to put him, because he's just so big. I mean, you can put him on the floor too if you want, but you know, it just he's a really beast of a statue. But a lot of work. It was a great time this summer working on him too, because it wasn't really crazy hot, so I got to be able to get a lot of these large items done. But really good. Second one done. Really great kit. You know, if you, like I said, if you're a Venom fan and you like to put stuff together in kits, this is definitely one that's a nice challenge for you if you really wanted to get in there and try some stuff. So there you go. That is Venom number 2, sculpted by Sharon and Deuce and produced by Joe DeCudo. Hopefully you guys like the way he came out. I had a lot of fun. I always like Venom in this kind of like slimy, pearlized look to really capture all that stuff like you see in the comic books. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.